Hey everyone, it's Weston from... Hey, do you mind? Where was I? Oh yeah. Hey everyone, it's Weston with another episode of Outside Science Inside Parks. In this episode, we traveled to Glacier Bay, Alaska to learn how underwater noise makes it difficult for whales and other marine mammals to communicate.
Why wouldn't you want to study humpback whales? They are inspiring and glorious and intelligent.
You know, whales will come right off the shore and feed, and I'd say there's never a dull moment.
If you take a look around you, it's pretty amazing out here.
I get to go outside and do science, do awesome science.
It's definitely really cool to do real science out in the real world and be outdoors, because outdoors is way better than indoors.
Not only do I love the fact that what I do gets me outside all of the time, but I find the science fascinating.
This is heaven on earth. We are on Strawberry Island here in the Beardsley Island complex inside of Glacier Bay National Park, here inside of Southeast Alaska's Inside Passage.
Beardsley Islands are a very important habitat for both harbor seals and humpback whales, which are the species we're studying here this summer.
So the reason we're here on the island is because we're taking visual data as well as acoustic data. We have 4 hydrophones on the floor of the bay. Our job is to basically record surface behaviors of the humpback whales. And so what we get with that is we get a geographic point location of the whale, as well as what it's doing at that time.
Dive, fluke, mark. This is wild. I mean, this is awesome. You get to see the whales, and you actually get to see them. You get to see them dive, you get to see them fluke, you get to see them breach, and you're actually seeing the subject of your science do its thing.
So today we are doing scans for humpback whales. One person uses the theodolite to get locations on the whales, and the other person sits here and takes data.
This is a theodolite. This is a piece of surveyor's equipment. This is going to allow me to scan the width of our entire survey area and mark each individual whale.
And by doing this, we get a snapshot of the distribution of whales in the area. So when you go back and think about that localization, if I know where every whale is when it comes to the surface of the water, I can then pair that with the sounds that I hear under the water to see which whale produced which call. The information that we get from this project, looking at noise, looking at communication, looking at acoustics, has a direct purpose towards the preservation of this national park and towards mitigating any negative impacts we might have, so that when we know where our limits are.
It's one big project, but the project is sort of split up into 2 different projects at the same time. I'm focusing on looking at the effects of vessel noise on harbor seal behavior. Well, today we're going to be collecting data on harbor seals, and the person in the front seat is going to take some pictures of harbor seals, and the person in the back seat is going to listen to harbor seals, and with those data sets combined, we'll have a better understanding of what exactly is going on out there.
Marine mammals use sound in a lot of the ways that humans would use vision. So they use it for finding food, avoiding predators, socializing with others, finding mates. So all those things make the underwater sound environment really important to marine mammals. Vessel traffic is a really important way that brings people to Glacier Bay. On the other hand, the Park Service is also charged with protecting all the resources of the park while making it available to visitors.
My role as a researcher here in Glacier Bay National Park is to investigate that junction, because we want people, visitors, to come to Glacier Bay and to see the animals, but we also have an obligation and a desire to make sure that these animals aren't disturbed by our presence.
It's really exciting to be out here and actually doing work that will mean something.
I mean, that's the dream, right? Is to have your science make a difference in the world and protect the species that you're studying, and that's what we're doing here. And it's really important work, and it's very rewarding work.
And I'm sure all those whales and seals really do appreciate all their hard work. Speaking of marine mammals, join us next time when we travel to Point Reyes National Seashore, where an ancient dolphin fossil has been discovered.